Hey everybody, how are you? See. Oh, it's Sunday, I think, right? Yeah, it's Sunday. Let's see. Living my best life. Hey, hello. Body illusion, Aria, Indigo. Let's see. Hey, Silly Rabbit. And Barbie, hey. Oh, oh, hope everybody had a good day. Hey, Brian, how are you? Oh, gonna. Hey, Sweet Tea, how are you? I made it in here. I made it here. Now, if I just find the one file that I was looking for a while ago. There we go. So, I am going to do a 10-week course or 10 weeks of it's. Hey, Violet, how are you, honey? Hey, Awakened. Um, Sophia, yay. Let's see. But I was going to do a 10-week because I have to split it up because it's a lot on emotional regulation, re-regulation. And for everybody, but it's something that we can learn, and knowledge is power. So I thought I would get this. Actually, probably should have pulled this up already. A silly rabbit, you're just going to be listening tonight? Why? I miss you. I know. How are you? How are you? There we go. Yes, please post the links to your channels. Please, please, please. Excuse me, y'all. Okay, so since I've already done this, I'm not going to sign up. I was trying to pull up the PDF, and I already have that pulled up, so we'll do that. Just to see if anybody comes in. I'll give everybody a second. I'm streaming to X also for this series. Oh, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't mess up on anything, so made sure I had all my notes open, but I did mess up. I have my grand dog in here, y'all, so come on. Here, get up here, brother. Come on, get up here. Get up there. He's trying to get on my beanbag. Come on, get up here. Get up there, bub. Get up there. It's okay. Get up there. Bruiser. He did not want to be in there by himself. Hey, witness. Okay, good. I'm glad you're here. Marie. Mama. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm so glad to see you. Bridger, do you want to say hello? Come here. It's going good. They've already got Port Arthur cleaned up, like except for the houses. Yeah, there were so many houses destroyed. It broke my heart. It really did. But you know, that's what happens when we live here. But my sister's neighborhood is just destroyed. So, but my sister kept her. I mean, it didn't hit there. And I thank God for that because my mom was there, my sister, my niece, and my great niece, and yeah, not good. Come here, Bridget. You want to say hello before I get started? Come on. Come here, Bruce. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hello. This is my grand dog. This is Bruiser. Oh, well, okay. No. Okay. I know. All right. Get up there, Elaine. Get up there. Come on. Get up there. Get up there. Get up there. Get up there. Okay. That's Bruiser. He did not want to be in there by himself. So I let him out. Mom will be home in a minute. She went to eat crawfish. So, oh, yes. He's a 3-year-old puppy. Look, he's trying to get on my beanbag. Jump up there, Bruce. Oh, yeah. And it's spelled Bruiser, like, and what is it? What is the, with Reese Witherspoon? Legally Blonde. Yeah, that's Shelby's dog. He's one of my grand dogs. My mom, my two in there, but except they want to kill their kids for some reason, and I don't understand that. So keep them away from their kids. He was the first one born. So, okay. So what I want to do is I don't want to make these drawn out because it's a lot of information and I don't want to do that. I wanted to actually get something that people can retain, and I will include whatever I have with it. Yes, snap, that's it. Whatever information that I have will be in the description afterwards because I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use or how much we're going to get done, but I want to get something done here. So my therapist has changed me to what you look, no, yes, not as swollen. Yes, Beth, I'm not as swollen. Not as swollen. My face actually is going down on that side a little bit. Oh, finally. Beth has his brother. No, his nephew. Yeah, his nephew. So, okay, did I just get spam botted by Misha? I can read autocorrect. So, all right. So my therapist has changed me to a different type of therapy since I did get a medical injury, and Beth also has a medical injury that I want her to come on here and talk about one day really soon. In fact, Haley, or Indigo, what we were talking about earlier, I think would be great, like to have Beth on also because hers is worse than mine, and that's my cousin there, and I mean, it's just horrible. So I think that we would definitely be able to help some people with that panel. So Indigo, if you please just remind me of that. Beth, if you will remind me of that, me and my memory. So, but because of a medical injury, we stopped the current therapy that I was in, and we started a new one. And I've never, ever done this before, and I didn't even know it existed, but I've been doing it for about a week. And so now she gave me the book part to it and the PDFs to go with it because I've just been actually, thank you, Indigo, because I've just been actually doing the practice, which I thought was great to start out with. She taught me the practice of it, and then we went back, and now I'm doing the book. But so the practice of it is, and I will have to either get Indigo to post this or to type this up because I have it on screenshot. But twice a day, so it's called daily practice, and this is the actual practice part of it that I've been doing. And now just this week, no, this is mental health therapy. Yep. Because of the medical injury, she said that what we were onto there. I'm pretty much went as far with EMDR as I can go, and then we were on CBT. But because of the medical injury, she put me on CBT. Now she's changed it to this therapy, and I really like this therapy, and I've been practicing it, and it works. It may not work for everyone, nothing ever does, but if it does help you, I would love to pass the knowledge. Oh, Beth, you didn't hear? Are you still home? Beth, whoa. Hang on. Okay, so something's weird with my phone. Beth, what I was saying is I wanted you to come on and be on our panel about medical injury. Okay, that was Beth. So, oh, Mama, Facebook Mom. So, okay, so the practice, it's called daily practice. That is actually what it's called, daily practice. And twice a day, and I do this in the morning. And okay, I will. Thank you. I do this in the morning, and then I do it after lunch or afternoon. When I have, because you have to have at least. There you go, Beth. Your schedule's posted. It's not going to change, so you know what your schedule is, and we can coordinate. So do it in the morning when I get up, and then and it sets the day. Actually, it really does help me. And then I do it after lunch because something else has, probably come up. But what you do is you sit down and you get a piece of scrap paper. That's all you need. And you have to put it like this. And I will make sure, I'm going to get it to Indigo, and she's going to make sure that it's out there for everybody to get. But it's called, you write, I am resentful at, and then you noun, a person, place, thing, whatever comes to your mind, right off the top of your mind. And it's not meant to process or anything like that. Just whatever comes across your mind that you're resentful for. But I am resentful at, and I'm going to use my example, my body, because I have fear that I won't ever be in control of it again. And that was truly what I used. But I am resentful at, whatever, because I have fear that, whatever. And I put, I am resentful at my body because I have fear that I will not be able to control it again. You rip it up, throw it away, shred it. It's gone. It's not meant to process. It's not, and then you spend 20 minutes of meditation. You can do mindfulness, deep breathing, yoga, whatever you do but you spend 20 minutes in solitude, and it's positive. You don't bring that up. You don't process that. All you do is you just breathe, or however you meditate. Yes, you have to use those words because I have fear that. That's exactly right. Thank you, Indigo. That's called daily practice. I do it twice a day. You meditate for 20 minutes afterwards, and it's not meant to be processed. It's not meant to come up. It's not, it's just whatever comes up. It's not anything meant to be a big drawn out thing. It's hey, Lori, hello. It's at the time. So you do that twice a day. You meditate for 20 minutes. You tear that up. Don't even process it. Yes. And that is why she has me doing this. And I've watched so many videos on it before I started this, and it does. You're right, Body Illusion. The word resentful is hard. It is. But that is what, in therapy, it's hard. And I still, it's hard for me. But therapy is, when you're stuck as far, when you've gone as far as you can go, you've done the EMDR, you've done everything, and you're not really feeling like you're getting results. You feel like you're just, swimming in quicksand. And that's kind of where she has gotten with me, because we've done so many different types of therapy. That's right. There's intrusive thoughts. Witness has got it. Exactly. It's intrusive thoughts. But it's whatever is right then where you're at. Because you can sit down, don't think too hard about it. It's just that, thank you, Witness. That's exactly what I was trying to say. See, it's intrusive thoughts. So what that does is you tear it up. You don't even process it. You just write it, you tear it up. That's it. And then you do 20 minutes of meditation for yourself. Being resentful is a natural thing. Yes. And yes, thank you, Witness. Do not hold on to it, because this is not meant to be held on to. You don't process it. It won't help you. All this is it's a practice. It's a daily practice. It will not help you to process this. Okay. And I know that everybody probably thinks, what is she talking about? But trust the process, that it works. Because those intrusive thoughts and those negative thoughts, you've already shut down after you do this. You've shut them down. Because what you wrote there is not what you're processing. What you're processing is keeping out those negative thoughts. And that's going to make for your day to be better, to be more productive, and that you're aware that you've shut those negative thoughts down and those intrusive thoughts. You've meditated for 20 minutes on thinking about the greatest place anywhere. Hey, Katie. I used to do something similar after I left Carrington. I would write down, I feel ashamed about because, and that, see, yes. And this is not, thank you, Witness. Thank you. Yes. And that's what she's got me doing. And rip it up. Don't read it. Don't process it. And I couldn't really grasp that concept about not processing it. Why am I writing it? If I'm resentful and I'm in fear of something, why am I writing this? But now I know you have to give the process a chance. You just let it work, and it works. Because I have found myself now where, as the day goes on, those intrusive thoughts are not getting in. I've already shredded them. I've meditated on something positive for 20 minutes, and now I'm good to go. And I'm not saying that it's not going to bring up bad things, because nothing's perfect. You know, it's all trial and error. This is the first time I've done this, but I really like this type of therapy because you're in the present. You're not in the past. You're not going back to your trauma, your childhood trauma, and it's for PT and CPTSD. It works for a lot of things, but they said those two are the most that it works for. And I've watched videos and everything on it. So yes, free the space up in your head. So that is something that, so I put that into practice, and that's what she had me do to begin with. And now I'm actually reading the book and doing the PDF on the journaling that goes with this, and it's even more effective. We're socialized. Hang on. We're socialized to feel bad for resentment, but resentment doesn't equal hate or overreaction. It just means you have feelings about something. Yes, socially, that social norm. Well, sometimes you just have to step out of the beaten path, the well-traveled path, and you just have to go down that path that's unknown. And this is where I'm at, and this is where I'm going, and this is where I've been, and I'm hoping that maybe I can have some that come along with me. But regardless, I'm taking this path for myself, and because I've gotten stuck in therapy, and it's just not doing me any good anymore. I mean, we do talk therapy. That's it. I mean, I'm done with everything else. But like she said, you still have CPTSD. You have not processed all that out of there. What this therapy does is you don't have to go back. You do not have to go back. You get a piece of paper and you get a notebook. And this is, there you go, witness. I need you on here, witness, to do this with me, because this would be great. So I'm going to get out my piece of paper also, because I'm going to do it with you. If I can get to my notebook. So this is my wonderful trauma-filled notebook. Okay, and what I can and can't eat. This is, Barbie, this is actually, it is something that has helped me so much. Just like when I read the book, you know, I can't say it right now, but you know, I love that book. But let's see. But this is something else that she had me doing, like I said, the practice first. You write it down, you tear it up, it's gone. Don't think about it again. I mean, it's not something to process. You just throw it away. And then you meditate for 20 minutes. And that actually changes. Do you know that trauma changes the structure of your brain? It actually changes their home. So they're probably going to get loud for a minute. I apologize. Your therapist type. Oh, that's cool. Body illusion. That's really neat. My therapist, I want to send prayers and thoughts to her. Her husband is not doing well. He's in the hospital in ICU. And I love her. I really love her, and I'm scared to death for her right now. Okay, excuse me. Thank you. Well, I'm not. Thank you. Here's Mr. Keela, y'all. He brought me some food. Mr. Keela. John sent me a beautiful card and a beautiful ornament that says Shelby Keela and Mr. Keela. But yes, trauma changes the actual structure of your brain. And that is, thank you all. Yes. Miss Lynn, Dr. Lynn, my therapist is amazing, and she's needing help right now. She's very scared. I talked to her today. Okay, so now let's get back to where I was on daily practice. So to start with, he's fixing to bring me something to drink back, so y'all can tell him, Mr. Q. Where's my notes? Whoa, what did I do? I did something. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, Miss Lynn's, she's scared to death. I mean, he went from the flu to sepsis, and it's not good. It scared me. Hey, baby. They all said hi, Mr. Keeler. Look.
Hey.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all.
Thank you, baby. Love you. He's so sweet. Yes, yes. Okay, so that is a fact, and it is physical, and it is visceral, and you can actually see it on MRIs and CT scans that trauma actually changes the physical structure of your brain. But what I did was go back to basics. So I have to go back to the basics for this. And the basics are define trauma. Can anybody define trauma? It's very simple, one word term. I'm waiting for a sec. I don't see if y'all did it. It is very, very basic. One word. Here we go. Trauma is a wound. It's a wound. Yes, trauma is all that. I agree, pain, scare, but the definition, the most basic definition of trauma, it's a wound. What happens if that wound is just continually ripped open? Think of the years and the years and the years and the lifetimes of injury, of opening it back up every time something happens. That's not that's just ongoing trauma. It's compound trauma. It just keeps going. Yes, trauma is, the basic definition, it's a wound. Now, it overwhelms the nervous system. It does all kind of damage. But that's right. And the trauma, exactly, Katie, that's exactly right. She's good. They changed it from actually CPTSD is not even recognized in the DSM. And that's right, Michelle, scar tissue upon scar tissue. And Katie's right about that, the PTSI, it's an injury, not a disorder. Because it shows on a scan, physically shows on a scan that it is an injury. It's not, it's not a disorder. If we could have fixed this on our own, it is treated, but it is not in the DSM at all. They just added it to the which you and I probably were both on the same side of this one, to the National Institute of Health, the NHI or NIH or whatever it is, one of those alphabet soups, that they just added it to their book. But CPTSD is still in America, it is not a diagnosis. They don't have, it's crazy. I know my therapist has to put on mine, it's PTSD or PTSI, whatever they're going to categorize, but the C, that it can either be, that can be childhood or complex, and they do not recognize it in the DSM yet. They just treat it as PTSD, but they're also, yeah, there you go. That's it, witness. That's me. All the labels. Don't you love it? If they could just add one little letter to that, it would be a whole new world. Okay, so if we have a trauma stressor in our life, we can't grow. I think we all know that. What do? We're here in it, and we're in it. We're making more wounds. Y'all already, because you cannot grow with trauma stressors. Your body is still keeping the score. Your body's going to keep the score. And the really bad thing about it is that everything that you were exposed to as a child, and when you're, growing up in a baby in whatever environment that you're raised in, that is what the worst part is you cannot control that, and you are stuck in that. And that's right, you're stuck in survival mode. You are definitely, it's fight, flight, fawn, or what is it? Fight, flight, fawn, or I'm stuck now. Here, y'all. This is my brain. What's the other one? fight, flight, fawn, or what? This is what happens with my brain. Freeze. There. I don't know. Aria, thank you. I mean, that's how my brain's not working, but that's okay. Thank you. Yeah. Fight, flight, fawn, or freeze. That's right. But it's always, it doesn't matter which one of those four you do. What happens is you're stuck in that, you're stuck in there. Hey, Skylight, thank you. You're stuck in that four things, if you don't get out of that, the nervous system is never going to regulate. And when you get in that deregulation, I mean, I think we've probably all been there, maybe. I mean, I know that I have. And right now I'm deregulated and I know that. And so it's time for re-regulation and to re-regulate. And that's why she started me on this, the daily practice. And I'm telling y'all, it has been a game changer for me. Um, you have us, window of tolerance. Yes. See, why don't you get on here with me and do this? I need you. If we could change it and we could stop it, we already would have, right? I mean, look how many have come through. Look how many great minds have came. That's right. You stay sore. Your TMJ, you're everywhere. You're between your eyebrows, your neck, your jaw. You just have to learn to suppress that. You cannot do that when you're stuck in a trauma circle or a stressor. You cannot do it. You literally cannot do it. You have to get your mind away from that trauma and get it to something else and get it out of that sphere of the brain before you can compute anything to stop that response. What causes the trauma response? A trigger. What causes what is a trigger? Anything that, oh wait, I had my stuff pulled up. Look at me. I messed it up again. Hello. Yeah, screw it. I know that y'all know I'm human and I really hope you understand. Okay, so here we go. So if you're stuck into that, trauma stressor, and you don't get out of it, your brain is not going to compute. You're not going to be able to get your brain out of it. You've got to get out of that and de-escalate. Yes, right. Witness. Yes, thank you. You have to de-escalate. Yes, because you're not doing yourself any good if you don't. If you do not get your mind into another sphere of your brain instead of the one that is making all of this, the stressors and the trauma, you're not going to be able to do that effectively. Hey, Krista, how are you? Yes, we do. We talk about everything here. Welcome. You are very welcome here. This is not a replacement for therapy, medical healthcare needs. This is just things that we talk about for peer support to let everybody know that there are resources out there. And what happens is, if we would have done it if okay, thank you. Oh, almost savaged myself. Crap, I almost savaged myself, y'all. Okay, let me look over here. Thank you very much for that. Let's see. Refresh. Which one did you send it to? Why is it not coming up? Primary. Did you send it to a TMHM? It's not coming up. Nope, only the last one's the one I pulled up. Maybe it'll take a minute. We'll see. It'll come. Anyway, so if you get your mind out of that state, you will be able to start the process. I know I'm looking for it. I need it. I'm looking for it. I don't know why it's not coming up. Spam? You better not be in no spam here. No, there's no spam. It's not coming up, Scott. So wheezing. So the process that prohibits us from looking deeper, we haven't found it, because if we already would have, we would have. Okay, thank you. So we go with, what the experts say, what the therapists say, what they go with. So what they're saying is you re-own your trauma to begin to heal. Now this is regular, what I'm talking about. They want you to re-own your trauma so you can heal. Because if you disown it, it creates an entanglement, and you won't be released from the entanglement. You get anxiety, anger, eruptions, things like that. Okay. This kind of stuff is because we can't get out of our own, that one sphere of our brain that is stuck in the fight or flight, that with this anxiety, stomach aches, everything else, headaches, migraines. You have to literally take your mind out of that sphere of your brain. How do you do that? You can do that with just like the daily practice. Write your first thought with that sentence down, and then tear it up and do 20 minutes of meditation. That's going to get you out of the trauma sphere and put you in a relaxation, and just let your thoughts flow. Oh, okay. Just let your thoughts flow. And while you're meditating, I mean, I know that the negative thoughts are out when I'm meditating. Oh, got it. Thank you. Open it up here. Bam. That's why you're the smartest person I know. Here we go. But once if you could get out of that fight or flight, I don't even know how to say this. It's like the whole world was taken off my shoulders. You could breathe. You could take a physical breath and let it out. And it feels so good. It's not the damage. You're not always on such heightened alert. Your things start regulating, your emotions start regulating back down, and they will re-regulate. You have to give it a chance, and to go through the process. The reason that I like this, and this is my preference of everything that I've done so far, the reason I like this is because I don't have to go back and relive my PTSD trauma. It asked me one time to write it down. You have to identify your trauma. You have to identify it. So you go back, if you have childhood PTSD, you write it down. Write it down. What happened? What caused it? But that's it. That is the yes, it is witness. Yes. It's like the whole world it's a whole different world. You write it down, you identify your trauma. You put it in a journal, and you put it somewhere that no one else is going to get it, because this is personal to you. And once you write it down, that's it. You're done. You don't go back to it. Then you start in the here and the now. Because once you identify the trauma, there's no need to go back, because you cannot go back and change it. What has happened has happened. But what you can do is you can start now, and you can live in the now, and you can work on the now, and the symptoms that come up now, and the triggers and things like that. You can learn to identify them, learn to use your tools, learn to stay away from triggers until you are able to handle them. Learn how to turn your brain off and go into meditation state so you get out of that state. There's a lot of tools with this, and it's really amazing. Let's see. What about if you have more than one thing throughout your life? Oh, I have multiple. Yes, I write it all down. I did. I put it in my journal. It's just like it's really simple. You just put, I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to show you the PDF. Sophia says, trauma means you survived, and that's strength independent from if it's acknowledged as what it is or what it is or not. And you can treat it even if it's not called the proper name officially. That is right. That's right. I'm going to share this that Skylight sent. I think it's pretty neat here. Let's see. Wait, where's okay. Share. Oh, can I make this bigger? Crud. How do I make it bigger? It's gonna zoom. Uh-oh, I think I might have not zoomed it. Come on. Uh-oh. Whoa. What happened? Where did I go? Oh, I want to share this one. It's the same thing about the window of tolerance, but I clicked on the picture and this came up. Let me try this one. I can't see it still. Yeah, it's so little. Or I can't see, I'm blind. So, but anyway, so let me go back to the image. So it says a window of tolerance. The window of tolerance and different states that affects you. Hyperarousal. That's the volcano. Abnormal state of increased responsiveness, feeling anxious, angry, out of control. How many of us can say that? You may be experiencing wanting to fight or run away. Fight or flight. There we go. Okay, then here we go. Now we're already in this hyperarousal. So now we're going to do emotional dysregulation. When you start to deviate outside your window of tolerance, you start to feel agitated, anxious, or angry. You do not feel comfortable, but you are not out of control yet. That's below the hyperarousal. And then think of the window of tolerance as a river and you're floating down it. When the river narrows, it's fast and unsafe. When it widens, it slows down and you are at a balanced and calm state of mind. You feel relaxed and in control. You are able to function most effectively, and you are able to take on any challenges life throws at you. Sorry, y'all, their dogs must be bad in there right now. It says shrink your window of tolerance. Stress and trauma can cause your window of tolerance to shrink. I think that's probably very accurate. Very, very accurate. Expand your window of tolerance. Meditation, that's what, listening to music or engaging in hobbies can expand your window of tolerance. And that's like right here. So the daily practice, that's what that does. It, just try to, those negative thoughts, intrusive thoughts, we just want to get rid of them. But we don't want to have to keep going back talking about our trauma every single time. That's not, and that this one right here recognizes that. Then you have dysregulation. You start to feel overwhelmed. Your mind about starts shutting down and you could lose track of time. You don't feel comfortable, but you are not out of control yet. This is the lower one. And then hypoarousal, abnormal state of decreased responsiveness, feeling emotional numbness, exhaustion, and depression. You may experience your body shutting down for a freeze. So your hypoarousal, you're wanting to freeze. Your hyperarousal, you're wanting to fight or run away. Do y'all see, like, you've just got one small window of tolerance there, and it's actually we can expand it by using the tools we have, excuse me, or we can shrink it by letting our trauma control us. I actually, the anxiety, the anger, the eruption, there's a lot of work still to be done to destigmatize psych meds so they are accepted as normal, just as any other med. Yes, absolutely they are. I'm going to tell, okay, so this is my opinion only, and I'm not a doctor, but I'm going to tell you this, that when you have a cold or you have the flu or you have autoimmune or you have anything, okay? Any physical sickness, well, your mind is your body. It's physical. It's just part of you. You're not separate. Your mind and your body, they're not separate. They're all you. So you're all you. So here's, if you have to take medication, I take medication for, my brain needs help, I'm going to help it. My body needs help, I'm going to help it. If I have diabetes and I need insulin, I'm going to take it. If I have something going on that I'm not going to get benefits of therapy alone and it's going to take medication, I'm going to take it also. I'm going to do everything I can do to make myself in a better place. And if, and Aunt Dana, I'll be on my meds for the rest of my life. I'm scared not to. Childhood trauma is tough. There you go. And this is my hand, y'all. Wait, one minute. Yep. And it is tough. And Scott, narrative therapy is great with trauma. There's also cognitive behavioral therapy, acceptance and commitment therapy, EMDR, and many other approaches. Yes, and I actually just finished everything you just put on. And now I'm on hi, Aunt Dana. Let's see, what would it say? If you add in neurospicy, then it really messes you up. Like, what the fuck? Yep, that would be it. So, Krista, that's another thing that the shots. See, okay, so I have done a deep dive into that, and so it resets the stellar ganglion block, but it's supposed to, I guess, reset it to the time before the trauma occurred. I'm not sure exactly about all of it. I'm not going to pretend to know about all of it, but this is just me doing my research on it, and it's done so great on so many people. The thing that makes me just a little bit wonder is it's not 100% perfect, but no one is talking about that. If they were very wide open about it and say, this is what works, this is what doesn't work, or this is what negative came out of it, this is what positive came out of it, but it's like they're hiding something. And it's just, yes, that's what we were talking about earlier. You can actually you can see the changes in the structure of the brain when there's trauma. Yeah, the brain actually changes its structure. But on the shots, I really would like to see all of the information on it, because I think it's such a great thing. The people that I know that have taken them, it's helped them tremendously. But I would like to know, when you hear nothing but positive about something, that's not going to be correct. And that's the only thing that I've not been able to find, is if there's any actual, negative effects of this. And they've been using it on our military, on our soldiers for PTSD. So it's not a new concept. The results are legit. Yeah, I believe in them. I definitely believe in them. Because everybody that said, when has everybody said literally that it was like a whole new person, that they felt like the whole world had been lifted off their shoulders. And I agree with them. If it's help, it helps. Let's see. I paint to relax. I will now write. Yes, writing down the trauma, writing it down and acknowledge it. That's all you have to do. You do not have to go back and relive it. Krista, definitely, if it helps, absolutely, I'm with you. Yeah, absolutely. Sky, polyvagal nerve theory is now incorporated for trauma. Yes. It's a very basic anesthesia around the nerve ganglion. Pretty basic, in my opinion, understanding. Yes. Yeah, it's just, you have two different, they give it on two different sides. So both sides of the ganglion block. And I think that everybody that I know that's had it, it's working. It's amazing. I was looking for some information on it, but I'm not saying it's negative, because I totally agree. Everyone that I know that I've talked to said it feels like the whole world just come off their shoulders. It didn't happen immediately. It's just yes, I did. Yes, Jamie. Yeah, I read his book, Katie. See, and I have a hard time journaling. I journal on my phone. You do the right side first and the left side 2 weeks later. That's and everybody's had great results that I know of. I just have the only person, poor Liz, it's the stellar ganglion block. And it's the vagal nerve. It resets the nervous system to like pre-trauma to regulate itself, because nothing else has worked. There I thought they were being approved for trauma. I know that they've been using it for PTSD in the military, and now they're actually letting, the body keeps the score. Please, everybody, do not forget that and read that book. The body keeps the score. Yes, it's a stellar ganglion block. Witnesses had them. They still have to do work. They're not sure. You're right, Krista. See, you have to still do the work, but if you're up against a wall with your therapy, actually, the Farrell Show had them. Yes, and so did Liz, and so did Nora, and yeah, I mean the U.S. vets have been using them. Ketamine treatment has some research backing for improving PTSD symptoms. I have read that the ketamine is working for that. The ketamine actually is something that Miriam had them. Miriam got them, and I know T's trying to get them. And I think Ree has them. Yeah, everybody that I know this has like great outcomes. The only person that I knew that, and I don't even know if it had anything to do with those injections, was poor Liz. Yeah, the ketamine, it's also good for pain. It's just such an amnesiac, but it does for pain. Wait, what are you talking about? I don't know about ketamine being addictive. All I know is that ketamine, like Maya, take care of Maya. That's the first time I had heard about ketamine actually being used. It worked for Liz. No, she went to the hospital and she had pulmonary embolisms and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my God, she was in there for a long time. But it was nothing to do with the shots. It was just, she had a medical. But it was so close. I was like, oh my gosh, I hope it wasn't the shots, but it wasn't. Let's see, the zero non-psychotropic of this. Yeah, she was bad off. I have not heard, is it addictive? K-holes. Is that ketamine you're talking about? Indigo? Yeah, the witness, yeah, absolutely. The zero non-psychotropic of the stellar ganglion block. Yeah. Because it actually, it's supposed to reset and everybody that I mean, there's been a lot of people in this community that I know that's taken it and they said that they would do it again. Sometimes it works like for a long time. Sometimes it doesn't work, but like 9 months and you have to go get them again. It's just dependent on it. But, so let me get back to the re-regulated here. So you want to set your life free from, childhood PTSD and the trauma-driven behaviors that keep you stuck. The behaviors, trauma-driven behaviors. Remember that, because you're going to be stuck. The only way to get unstuck is to get your mind out of that part of your brain, Let's see. Best to obviously talk to your doc to see what is best for you. But the good news is there are many more options for PTSD treatment. Yes, there are. Yes, there are. And I'm loving it. Like my doctor's throwing them all at me right now, my psychologist. But the thing is, Liz had cancer long ago and a bad liver before the shot. I'm not sure. No, I'm not saying the shot had anything to do with it. I was worried about her. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because she got the shot, she was doing good, and then she got sick. So, but here's where I go squirrel. I got to quit working in the chat. So you don't have to go back. You just write down your trauma, your childhood trauma. You write it down, and you close that. You get a journal. You write it down. You close it. Okay. Now you don't have to go look at that again, but you have to acknowledge that it happened. So once you write it down, you acknowledge that it happened, and you turn the page. And you need to go and do the daily practice twice a day. And then your journal. And it's like, here are questions for you to answer in your journal. And it says that there's, you'll find similar journal prompts throughout the book. I'm actually listening to the book as I do the journal, the audio book. but it says, together the questions in this book will help you identify the ways past trauma has affected you and plan next steps for your healing. Remember to keep your journal private so it's a safe place to write your thoughts and experiences. And then, like the first three entries on mine, as I listened to it, was it lists off so many symptoms of PTSD. And it asks you how many of the symptoms listed above have you experienced. I had 11. 11. Which have affected your life the most? Chronic diseases, right now. I thought anxiety was it. No, it's not. So there are many layers to PTSD and CPTSD. Some need continued coping and self-soothing skills. Others may need inner child work. Yes, absolutely. That's it. And this is why I really like this one, because you don't have to keep going back, because I have a hard time. Okay, I've said it, I wrote it, I've said it, I wrote it, I've said it, I wrote it. And it's like every time we get to a new therapy to try, I have to go back there again. I don't want to go back there. I don't live there. I don't. That's why I really like this one, because I don't like to keep going back there. And it's like, I hear a lot of people say AA, they don't want to go to AA because it just makes them want to drink, because all they do is talk about people so, because my therapist diagnosed me, I have CPTSD. Yeah, it's a written diagnosis. I had to take so many tests. And I had no idea until like 3 years ago that I even had it, but that's what caused all this massive crap in my life, It didn't actually present itself until 2020, the lockdown, but it goes back to my childhood abuse. And then it asks on here, which have affected your life the most? I put chronic diseases. And then, are there some you didn't know were associated with trauma? And once it's associated, there was some on there that I didn't realize was associated with trauma. The chronic physical illness that is what causes the physical illness, is the trauma, the childhood trauma. It is all linked, and it is, yes, from a baby. If you lived in a house that was full of stress, even though you didn't realize it, that causes all of the things that happen in your life later. And it's really in depth, because we cannot help where we were when we were children and when we were babies. Whatever happened to us, whatever household type we lived in when we were babies and children in those formative years, and it goes all the way back to the womb, it says, it causes every single chronic illness you face as an adult. You would not have those if you did not go through those stressors. Yes. Scott, there's also direct trauma and vicarious trauma. Yes, absolutely. See, because and you probably would not have had that, Barbie, whether you did not have a childhood trauma, or it goes way beyond the trauma. It's just the household, the environment. It's really in depth, but it's really simple. If we don't have that childhood wound, or if we don't take care of it as younger adults, this is what's going to happen. Every wound, every illness that we have now is because of the trauma that we faced then, and we did not fix it. Now, I don't want to go back there. So I like this type of therapy that I'm doing now. I prefer this because I'm sick of going back there. It's not going to change. I'm going to go back there every time. It's going to be the same because it happened and it was real. So what can I do from this point on to make my life better? That's what I'm worried about. The one back there can stay back there for me. And this is for me only. It can stay back there. I'm not that person anymore. That person is broken. That person was hurt. And guess what? There's nothing I can do to go back there to fix it. So what I want to do here is I want to go and I want to be able to recognize what's coming next. And I want to make sure. It's so easy. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you that's just, I don't want to go there anymore. It's not even triggering to me. It just pisses me off. And I don't want to be that person. because I'm tired of it. And you go back to the first memory. Like if you think of something that, so I had, uh, you know, 3 different people that was supposed to be my family, do things that you're not supposed to do to children. So my first thought is, I go back there, but that's not the first time. I have to go back to the first one. And I have to acknowledge the first memories of it, even though I don't want to. But I did it, and I wrote it down. And I've done it in every therapy, every different type therapy. But it doesn't change anything. It still happened. But if you don't go back to that very first memory, it's like with EMDR, it does no good. I cleared 5 of my 6 negative core beliefs with EMDR. But I don't want to start digging for any more. So we're changing therapies because I did really good with EMDR. But I don't want to go back there again and just keep going back because it's not healthy for me. So we started on this daily practice, and I really find it beneficial to myself. Neurological dysregulation happens when you're confronted with triggers or confronted with stressors. And it says use daily practice to move negative thoughts downstream. Just like do like when you write it down, tear it up, it's gone. Trauma coping is funny. Some people block out some of the trauma as a way of coping, and yet some can remember exact details like it happened yesterday. Exactly. Witness it. You get it. And I like what Witness says here. She chooses herself for the first time, and it feels pretty good. And you are allowed to do that. You are definitely allowed to do that. So I'm going to share this, acknowledging what happened, and I'm not going to go too much further because I know I'm not trying to do all kind of. Let's see. Is that it? Okay. So acknowledging what happened. Even if you've been in therapy before, you may never have written down in one place the experiences that traumatized you. Here you will list what happened, followed by ways you think these events may have affected you then and now. And I did that. I've already done that part of it. Not every traumatic event in the past is still affecting you, though. And if something isn't, there's no need to write it down. But here is what you're invited to consider: the problems that have lingered, or where a new symptom has appeared that you feel originates from an earlier trauma. I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this whole PDF. So if it's not bothering you, there's no need to write it down. There's no need to, there's no need to bring it up if it's not bothering you. But it's like in your journal, you draw 3 columns, or you answer 3. I have to do mine in my phone because my brain is faster than my hand. So I can talk in my phone and it'll do it for me. But it's draw 3 columns for each trauma you would like to acknowledge. And like I said, if you don't acknowledge it, you cannot work on it. It's like that. I don't know. You've got to acknowledge it. You're never going to get through it if you don't acknowledge that it took place. There's no need to even worry about any of this. But how for each trauma that you want to acknowledge, and then you briefly answer each of the questions, just jot down your answers. And this is so simple that it is so effective. It says you don't need to list everything, just what you think is important. Where we're at. Okay. Just what you think is important anytime in your past. Also, try not to go into much detail. Because of ways you may have learned to handle trauma in the past, you may believe that going deep is necessary. In this exercise, I suggest you don't go deep into traumatic memories. It could distract you from the exercise and lure you away from present time, triggering unnecessarily and derailing your progress on the exercise. That is the main thing. That right there, present time. That's where we want to be. We acknowledge the trauma and we get back to present time. And the purpose is to recall in a simple way why you might have CPTSD without minimizing these experiences. Some of the information may provide insight. At the very least, it can help you feel confident that your trauma is not being ignored. When it's done, put your journal away in a safe place. You can even tear out the pages where you list past trauma so they can be hidden in an extra safe place. Then take your attention off the past so you focus on present day symptoms in the upcoming chapters. You can refer to your list whenever you like. And that's it. That's part one. And this is the examples of how they listed them. See, like right there. What happened? How it may have affected me at the time, how it affects me today. My parents fought violently in front of me many times since I can remember. Okay, how did it affect you at the time? I was anxious, stomach problems. Probably knew about this, knew by the time I was 5 to lie to grandparents and teacher. And then how it affects me today. I'm a fighter in relationships, go from calm to freaked out very fast when someone yells, can't calm down easily, still feel like I have to lie about what goes on at home. And you put it away. I mean, they give some more examples, but then, and then there's your journal. What did it feel like to acknowledge these traumas all in one place? Have you had the chance to tell the story of these traumatic experiences to an understanding person? If so, what was that like? Is it something you'd like to do more in the future? When you think about the factors that helped you to survive what happened and to build your life anyway, were there people, groups, or experiences that gave you confidence and a sense of safety? And then the last one was, are you ready to rest the story of the past for a bit while you shift your focus towards practical steps to heal your present day symptoms? And that was the last journal for this part one. And I'm going to make sure everyone gets copies of this. I'll make sure it's posted. And I will do all of my credits and everything because I've pulled from several things in the description. I'm gonna have to go back in and edit it. But it's that, I mean, it's just that we don't have to be our trauma anymore. We can. Oh, welcome. Please, anytime come back, Krista. Yeah, I went a little long tonight. I'm sorry. But yes, please, well, please come back. You're always welcome. And it's good to have you. Oh, you're welcome. Barbara, you're welcome. It's so, this daily practice, it keeps us in, Barbara, you're very welcome. It keeps us in present time, which is where we need to be. So many of the therapy sessions, I'm not bashing any of them. I've done all of them. I'm just saying it keeps us going back, but we're not living there anymore. So this is a new take on treating trauma, and let us heal our wounds. And trauma is a wound. So you just write down, like, that's right. I love you too, witness. And I know that Indigo's going to get it quicker before I could even type it, but I mean, before I can say it, but I am resentful at, in the noun, because I have fear that, what? You use those words. I am resentful at blank because I have fear that blank. And tear it up and meditate for 20 minutes. Let the positive thoughts enter your mind. Do what you got to do. Listen to music, whatever you do to make it positive. Those are just fleeting thoughts and you're rushing them down the river. We downstream. We don't need to process that. Barbie, oh, wait, hang on. Witness had a good, would you say it? They started me on 2 times a day. If memories are too much for people, yeah, take it at your own pace, definitely. I mean, this is just in practice if they want to do it. But it starts out that the actual practice witness is twice a day. That's what my therapist has me doing. Let me put it that way. I had to start it out twice a day because it's just going to be whatever you sit down and think of really quick, and we're going to move them on down the line. And that way our day is got those out of the way. But yes, they actually started me on them twice a day. She told me. And this right here, Barbie, your therapy sessions did nothing for me other than remembering more of my trauma. That is where people are getting stuck, is they've done all the therapy and they don't want to go back anymore. They want to go forward. Indigo, I did some work where I reformatted my narration to give myself power back. I have come this far, and that's where I'm meant to be. Absolutely love that. Katie, sorry, it's a me problem. You don't understand. Tell me what, babe. No, I mean, if I can help you, please let me. You just take that. I'm going to use the one I use. I am resentful at my body because I have fear that I will never have control over it again. And then I shredded in my shredder, and I did 20 minutes of meditation. I listened to my music. And then one of the ones today I did was mindfulness. And it's just a negative fleeting thought, and you want to just move it downstream, but you want to go ahead and face that, take care of it, get it out of your mind, and just go. Don't process it. Don't process it. It's not meant to be processed. It's just meant to move it on downstream. And we have to get it out of one session, one sphere of our mind to actually regulate. So to re-regulate our emotions and our nervous system, these are things these are tools to use let me just put it that way. That's to share the tools. Let me see here. Wait. Yes, for me, for some reason, the no negative self-talk was a big one. I no longer speak poorly of myself. Wasn't put there by me anyway. There you go. I know, and I found myself today saying, okay, stupid. I'm like, oh, nope, I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to call myself that. Here's some of the benefits for the daily practice. Do you suffer from anxiety, depression, addiction, or alcohol problems of your own? Wait, hang on, Katie. I want to make sure you understand. It's not the act; it's the word's definition. Sorry, the wrong word. Sorry. Okay, I'm probably lost, Katie, because my brain does not compute. Witness, help. I'm lost a little bit. I want to make sure Katie. I want to understand Katie. So let me look over here. So your mind feels like a hamster wheel. Anxious thoughts constantly. And it makes you hard to relax or downtime or sleep. That's what the daily practice benefits from. All those thoughts that are like, you just take the first one and grab it and write it down. And then you tear it up and you do 20 minutes of positive. Do you instinctively crave an easy, natural way to calm your brain and emotions and start feeling happier and free from the old problems? That's the thing. This daily practice that so far, I'm really finding it beneficial because I don't have to keep the past in my head. Now, it's not going to work for everyone. I'm not promising that. I'm not going to say that. I mean, everybody's an individual, and it may not work for some. It may work for some. I just know that I want to be in the here and the now, in the present time, because the present time is what we're living in. And oh, okay. All right, Katie. I got you. I'm going to email you. I will email you the thing with the definitions, but I'm also going to email you the PDF also. That way you can, the language thing. I understand. Also, this brings you to present time to work on your symptoms in present time so that your memory, paying attention, everything that we squirrel, because of our trauma. And it may not necessarily be, it may not necessarily be that you've ever like been diagnosed with ADHD. So it may not be that. It may be this whole, you know, we find out that this whole thing is just trauma related. And once we can improve on the here and the now, because everybody always wants to go back to find that inner child to fix them. Well, guess what? She's not, she's gone. For me, she's gone. So what I'm going to do is I really like the fact that I can work on the present time. That's what I need to work on. Otherwise, I'm going to spend the next 50 years trying to catch up to where I'm at, and my life's going to be gone. So I want to work on the here and the now. Symptoms that are triggering from the PTSD, I want to work on those symptoms. I want to use the tools that I have. And that's basically what this does. It keeps you in the present time. And if you have something that comes up, let's see, wait. Yep, the brain fog of constant distraction and forgetting. Yes, it's not functioning. No, it's not. And that is what's wrong. And the new meds, when it's already, the meds already do that, the brain fog. It's never ending. And it is a hamster wheel. And she's right, it's not functioning. And it's time to function. And I feel personally like I'm just like compounded with medical injury, this, that. I need to get this. I just, when I think I'm making progress with my mental health, then my physical health goes down. Then that affects your mental health because it's all one. Your body and your mind and your body is all one. You've got to treat it like that. And the constant forgetting is something that I'm just not good. I don't know what to do about. I write everything down. If I don't, it's over with. And just like, oh my gosh. Yes, that's exactly how I feel. And I've got a dentist appointment in the morning. I mean, an eye appointment in the morning because they messed up my glasses prescription. So I have to go back. And I just thought about it. So let me write that down before I forget it. Everything is connected, living my life. Yes, absolutely. Your mental health and your physical health are all one. Your brain is part of your body. Your body is part of your brain. I mean, it's all the same. We treat it as one body. If you're not two bodies, you're one. Barbie, the only thing that has helped me with that is literally in the past 2 nights. And that's all I can say is that probably for the first time in my life, for the last 2 nights, I've slept. And I've started, and it started when I started working on these. And I may need to do it 3 times or move the second one to the night, closer to the nighttime. So when I come out of that 20-minute meditation or listening to music or whatever I'm doing to positive, go straight to bed. I mean, I don't know. I know that for sure, I know what's real. And I know that insomnia is real. And I know that I went 5 days with no sleep, because of the medicines I was on. I went 2 days this week with no sleep. For the last 2 nights, I went to bed also. And it's rough. It's rough. I'm not taking the medication. I'm scared of it. Absolutely living my best life. Yes. So glad there are many different therapies to try until you find the right ones for each person. That's exactly right. Katie, can you speak it like in your phone? Because that's what I have to do to journal. My brain and with ADHD is faster than my hand, and especially right now. So I have a journal on my phone, and I actually can speak into it, and it types it out. And that's where I put everything. I really like it. The fact that I can do that. I can do the voice to text or whatever it is, and it journals for me in my journal. But doing this daily practice has made me where I can actually sleep. I mean, I'm relaxed. I feel like the weight of the world, for that moment. It may not be the next morning, but it works. You'll find your special man, I'm trying this. I'm telling you, this right here, though, I really like just because it does work for me right now. Between pain and my hamsters, I don't sleep enough. I do take yet. My mom, I've taken Ambien before, but it didn't work. So I took body illusion. There you go. What happens is that I'm scared to take the medicine I have now. They prescribed me a medication that actually you're not supposed to take if you take another medication, and I take another medication, and I'm like not too comfortable with that right now. So I'm not taking anything for sleep. I bet I've never been one to take something to put myself to sleep. I'll just stay up for days. Yeah, Belsomra, you're not supposed to take with some of the benzos, and I take benzos for seizures. So yeah, I'm kind of scared I'm not going to wake up. Worries. Well, what? Katie, I cannot write. Oh my gosh. Ever since my brain started going, I need a speed bump between my brain and my mouth, I think. Um, but if y'all want to, if you want to, you're more than welcome to. I'm on 13, but that's also medical meds, witness. And in my pneumonia meds, I'm just ready to be off that. I actually went and bought a pill planner because I'm just getting really aggravated about it. But the daily practice is techniques that help calm stress and increase mental focus, a great boost for healing brain dysregulation and other symptoms of childhood PTSD and complex PTSD. It's called the Crappy Childhood Fairy. And let me see if I can post this on it. Let's see, copy. Let's see, maybe it will. I don't know if it will post here as a link or not because I can't see it, but Indigo can probably grab it. I don't know if this is free or not, guys. I don't know. I don't know. I know that I bought the book on Audible and the PDF comes with it. And I'm also going to share the PDF so y'all can have it for next week, because next week we're going to go into chapter 2. That was just chapter 1. Let me see how to do this. Indigo, how do I get this to you? Oh, it did. Thank you so much. Okay, so Indigo, how do I get this to you? No, I need to get this PDF to you, and then I'm going to get off. Yes, because I want to make sure everyone has. Oh, I love you, silly rabbit. There's a new one called Doctor Prescribed for Sleep. What, Davey? Sleep paralysis, and that's why I'm scared to take this Belsomra. They said it's also a amnesia, or like you can get up and drive your car and you could cook supper and not even know it. And I'm like, no, I don't think I need that. So yeah, not gonna happen. Yeah, she has a YouTube channel. I need to look at that then. I bought the book on Audible after I've been going through these. My therapist had me do the practical part of it, the practice, before she ever let me know about the book or the PDF. And y'all are more than welcome to, and I need to put this in the description, but y'all are more than welcome to any of this, like for next week. If I mean, it's totally up to you. Copy. I don't know if this is going to work. All right, it's a long one. And to go see if that works. If it doesn't, let me know if you can get to it. If it doesn't, I'm just going to have to download it and I've already downloaded it. I'll just share the file with you. But that's like the entire PDF. Are you walking on eggshells? Oh, Katie. And y'all, I'm still getting packages coming in like right in the middle of all that. So I guess fourth wall, when they get ready to stop sending me stuff so I can start mailing out everyone's gifts. I don't know why they send them here. It's crazy. Oh, wow. I missed that one. I didn't finish that one today. Wow. It started to be interesting, guys. So for my journal, after your first daily practice, notice any shifts in how you feel and write them down. And you may want to make a note of today's date so you'll always know when you first began. I missed that. The W file worked? Okay, great. That's the whole PDF. That's for the end. Oh, it worked for Barbie. So, okay, so let me download it. Let's see. I don't need you to do that. I need you to download. I know it's going to do that. I already have an account. Come on. Let me get this to download. Come on. Okay. Just download it, please. I don't know what it's doing. It's crazy. Let's see. I think we might have got there. Oh, well, it's okay. Hey, love it. How are you, honey? Happy New Year. I love you. I miss you. You don't ever even call me anymore. I think I got it all out. Oh, so y'all downloaded it? Okay, so it worked. I don't need all this. I just need. Okay, so I also have it. Now it's downloaded. So, but if the link worked, that's great. I miss you, love it. You gotta call me. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, so the link worked. If everybody got it. Okay, so Silly Rabbit got it. I know you've been busy. I just miss you. I miss your texts. I miss your calls. It's been really crazy. Yeah. Okay. I love you. Happy New Year. But I'm also going to okay, so point people directly with this file with the link. Okay, well, I copied the link. Let's see what this does. Who knows? I guess it's the same one. I don't know if it's the same one, but that's the link it gave me after I downloaded it. Happy New Year, honey. Okay. So if y'all can all get it, that would be, and let me know, that'd be great because, oh, you're welcome, Aunt Dana. Now the book is on Audible and it's called Re-Regulated. And this is the PDF that actually goes with it. And then they have the website and then they have the YouTube. So, and it's re-regulating your emotions. I mean, that's what I'm going to do the 10-part series on. Y'all are all more than welcome to be here. It's going to be every Sunday night at 7:00. And the reason I'm doing this is because I definitely, oh, thank you, Silly Rabbit. Thank you, Dana. I definitely need some re-regulation. And I understand this and I recognize this. So I need to use the tools now that the meds they're not totally out of my head, but they're way better than it used to be. Something that I can actually, now I can actually function and have a complete thought. I do too. I do too. But anyway, so guys, that's where we're gonna leave off. That was chapter 1. And next Sunday we'll do chapter 2. I will be talking to y'all during the week. Tomorrow is Monday. I have to go to the eye doctor since they sent my new glasses with no prescription in them. The lenses were blank. So now they're telling me I have to come in and have another eye exam tomorrow. I'm like, okay. I get it. It just cannot be easy. And then I have to go get my residents their Christmas presents since I get to go give them their Christmas on New Year's Day since I had pneumonia. So hopefully I feel really good about this. I hope so. And Dana, it works for me. It does work. And because you don't have to keep going back. There's no reason to. And I've been doing this daily practice twice a day, every day before I even got the book or the workbook. And it really works. I have blue light lenses. Yeah, I have to have them. I get double transitions, but it's like oh, yes, Body Illusion. New Year's 24-hour stream in the works. Yes, absolutely. Y'all, please, everybody that has their links in, everybody is allowed to put their links in. Don't ask me, just do it. That way everybody has all their stuff. and you can get to where you need to go. The village is amazing. We're all here for each other. Barbie, thank you so much for being here. And Crystal, all your chapters are in great. See, everybody, this is just amazing. There you go. And Body Illusion, she has a channel. Crystal has a channel. Everybody has a channel, I think. But yes, so I'm going to have more, there'll be more lives, but this is going to be dedicated to every Sunday night at 7:00 for the next nine more weeks now. So the book, I was going to tell you that. Let me go there. It's on Audible, and it is called, it's easier for me to do it this way. Where are you at? It's called, and I'm going to put all the stuff in the description. Hang on, let me go. There we go. Oh, wait, come on. Read it. Re-regulated. That's what the book is. It's Re-regulated by Anna Runkle. And I got that on Audible. I'm sure you can get it on Kindle or whatever, and then the PDF comes with it. Okay, well, everybody, Re-regulated. Yes, Re-regulated by Anna Runkle. And I will make sure to put it in the description. I just haven't had a chance to do that yet. So, and it's the daily practice. You've got to do the daily practice. I'm telling you, that's the way through this, twice a day. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you before next Sunday, but we will pick this part up next Sunday. And thank you, mods. Thank you, everyone. I love you all. And I really hope you have a great night.